So the hosting thing, I still don't know. Does that mean like somebody recommended my current stream and others can then be like, oh, cool, let's check that out? Like, yeah. Still not very familiar with how Twitch works. In case anyone wants to quickly explain that to me. Amonaguma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Ah, okay. When somebody stops streaming, they basically send the viewers to you. Okay, cool. I still had my... Oh god.
Ist ja schon wieder da.
Ich bin dann gleich wieder da. Ich kann doch gerade so schlecht laufen. Wow. Keine Ahnung, was er heute hat. Sonst will er abends nie was von mir wissen. Meistens bin ich abends der Satan persönlich, wenn ich ihn irgendwie mal auf den Arm will, dann ist nur noch Mama, Mama, Mama. Und ausgerechnet jetzt auf einmal, gerade hat er sich ein Stück Kuchen in den Mund gestopft und ist dann alles daneben krümelnd direkt wieder hier rüber gerannt und hat gerufen und die Tür aufgemacht, was er jetzt nämlich leider auch schon kann. Deswegen war Sabine gerade damit beschäftigt, die ganzen Krümel aufzufegen. Gut, I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Aua, mein Zeh tut wieder richtig weh vom Laufen. Ah, ja. Ich glaube, er kommt schon wieder. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. Ja, ich meine, das hätte es auch voll nach hinten losgehen können. Er hätte auch einfach sagen können, oh, das seid ihr beide. Bam, ihr seid tot. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
Naja, ich meine, wenn er das irgendwie... Na, ich sag nichts. They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
All because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. What does mean? So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down? Ja, das kannst du jetzt mal erklären, bitte.
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked... Vielleicht fällt dir etwas mega... Oh, die dumme Katze ist mir da vorhin schon voll vorgelaufen. So, Moment. It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school up to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
What did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way, there must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world is a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about Hope. Ich meine, die Schule heißt ja Hope's Peak Academy. You're talking about Hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent Hope to kill each other... For those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. But, I mean, what do you expect from a game like this? It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. A group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least...
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all the proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to just defeat us in perfect form.
In other words...
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that ich kann heute nicht lesen. It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However...
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. Was heißt die ja heute? I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However...
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option to except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. What we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However...
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway,
right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Indeed we shall. Gucken wir mal, wo alle sind. Einmal im Kreis laufen, bitte. Dankeschön. Ja, hier da. Leute, wo seid ihr? Ich kann ja eigentlich mal auf die Karte gucken, oder? Oder nicht? Ich einfach mal jemand aus dem Bett klingeln. Hier. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Lange ist her, ne, dass sie hier noch alle gelebt haben. Ich will nicht bei Toko klopfen. This is Toko's room. Is she inside?
Hey.
I don't think she's here. Come on. We need to keep looking. Chihiro, Celeste, alle tot. Aoi. ja, Toko wird sich wahrscheinlich genauso freuen. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
Hey.
Die machen alle eine Party bei Yasuhiro und freuen sich, dass Makoto endlich tot ist. Oh, warum habe ich denn bei Sakura geklopft? Leon. Yasuhiro war eigentlich hier hinten. Ach, die Gumi. Extra Zimmer, weil er so viel Platz braucht. This is Hiro's room. Is he inside?
Hey.
This is getting ridiculous. Sind vielleicht alle im Speisesaal? Da wollte ich eigentlich sogar zuerst gucken. Ich habe jetzt nur halt mal da drüben geguckt, weil sie ja spezifisch meinte Dorm und laut Karte hier keiner ist. Wetten, jetzt sind doch alle hier? Aha. And suddenly we were greeted with... Und jetzt ist der ganze Raum voll mit Leichen. Alle anderen sind tot. Das wäre doch mal was. Ah! Okay, damit habe ich jetzt aber nicht Was? You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. What the heck?
However...
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
No, it's a ghost. Speaking of ghost, wetten, Yasuhiro fängt jetzt gleich wieder an mit it's a ghost, man.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto!
Huh? You survived?
Wow, sogar Toko sieht irgendwie glücklich aus und Byakuya sieht zumindest nicht aus, als wäre er heute Morgen von 100 Gänsen attackiert worden.
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Ich glaube, Freude kann er einfach nicht zeigen.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost,
Ich
right?
hab's doch gesagt. Everyone was there. Well, I mean everyone that survived. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, musst du grad sagen. And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Yo!
All my friends were there, and Toko. Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world, man? I didn't go to the spirit world. Didn't you?
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. Who is Miss Cleo? Yeah, I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Do I even want to know? Probably not. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not so many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? These stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you!
Rotten. Physically, mentally, everywhere you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while, but it's not like I did that, on purpose. This smell is so smelly. Das lese ich nicht mal vor. I win. Genau. ... Punkt. She seems happy for some reason. I don't even want to.
Makoto.
Jesus. I hope if she gets out here, she needs a fucking therapist. There's no time to indulge in an extended reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened to Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here, man? What if the mastermind cages you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other
We're
words,
going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What, seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course, it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What, you're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackhand, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackhand is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Wartet mal, wer schon wieder da ist. So. Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. Es wird ein Spaß, den ganzen Kram nachher zusammenzuschneiden. Da muss ich ja andauernd rausschneiden, wie ich weggerannt bin und so. Oh, da freue ich mich ja total drauf. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Muguro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery?
But
We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
Ich liebe seine Reaktion. Everyone!
I hate you.
I said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with the master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other
Interesting.
words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Muguro and all the school's mysteries, explodiert der Kopf einfach in lauter Gehirnsplatter und klatscht bis nach hinten an die Wand. It's a pretty too friggin' order, man. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. Oh. Man, du bist ja... I'm not so sure about that. Huh?
I
can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope Speak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
But why?
So, in other
If
words...
the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope Speak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Muguro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, The only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us.
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so there must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking in that many times.
I'm right, right?
Maybe Monokuma was on an autopilot, man. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and accents beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Yeah, whatever, it's AI is, so the alter ego. Well, maybe, but still. Oh. Now what?
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Nice.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But yes, the class trial will be in 10 minutes. I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name
At
of
this
my
point,
family.
I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well done. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him. Oh man, am I surprised?
Hey, do you blame him?
Without a master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or the fuck is? What kind of comparison is that? Totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. Now she's gone, and you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. We just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second!
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see, man. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity, because I'm always 30% right. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Aww.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. Good idea, genau. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But...
Hab's auch ohne dich schon schwer genug erreicht. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
Cause,
But-
I mean...
Up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Huh?
Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. Wieso? Dann hat sie ihn dann bei den Arsch gerettet. Mann, bestimmt, mir fällt's jetzt aber nicht mehr ein.
But...
But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay...
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. There's two good reasons here. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Let's make out. Let's investigate. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. No, that's right.
So then...
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. Habt ihr schon irgendwas, wo ihr unbedingt als erstes hin wollt? Sonst gehe ich gleich einfach mal spontan, keine Ahnung, durch die Gegend. Während er noch redet, ist Kyoko schon weg. So we should be early. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us, so that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Jetzt meine Dusche nehmen. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusawa, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were all locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Gut, dann gehen wir die der Reihe nach durch. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? For that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Meine Güte, ist ja eine Menge zu tun. Oh, cool. Places to check. Kann ich das einfach durchgehen? Machen wir das hier? Places to check. Okay. Headmaster, 4th floor. Fangen wir damit an? Fangen wir damit an. First, second, third, fourth. Musik geht voll ab. Yes. Ah. Hier. Hier. Haben wir ja noch nicht drin, ne? Oh, hi, Bjarke. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Bjarke. The bookshelf, man. Ich wollte doch nicht das untersuchen. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. Dann macht er seine Hose auf und... It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Genau, no one einfach geht. Class number 78, student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So, in other words...
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
in other words,
there can be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusawa, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. Stimmt, die ist da ja rein. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled. Tearing. She must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible, so yeah. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?